I just wanted to do another real quick update. I know, quick for me. It's generally not quick. But anyway, it's Saturday morning, and normally I go to the gym 6 days a week, but we're having some weather, and I'm thinking that I'm going to have to beg off for today. So, totals for the week, I had 4 people talk to me at the gym, non-employee people. I don't think I've had 4 people talk to me in the last year at the gym. This is, like I said, it's a significant change. I must be putting out vibes or something. That one that I talked to you about before, well, I mean, I even had an avoidant person tell me, oh, I could even pick up on that. And see, I don't do these things and immediately make the video. There's a delay, and so the thing to sort of take from that, I think, maybe, is that I didn't get it. I mean, I really didn't get it. As a matter of fact, I mean, I wasn't like upset, but I in the moment, I really felt like I was being targeted and called out on basically having bad gym manners. I really thought that. And then I'm thinking about it afterward, that this guy obviously was, I mean, he wasn't angry, I mean, some people would be like that, and they would have this attitude, and they would have, in their voice, and they would just sound like they wanted to destroy you. They would be sarcastic. They would be like, oh, yeah, I mean, they'd make it plain if they thought that what I had really been doing was really rude. I mean, that wasn't what he was doing at all. He was, he really was like trying to be helpful. That's how he sounded. Like he was trying to be helpful. So that's a lot of it, is paying attention to sort of tones of voices and facial expressions, and avoidant people. Really, I don't probably need to point that out to you, because we're so into micro expressions, etc., and that you can usually almost mind read. And yes, one of the signs. Like there was somebody who was a teacher who said that she was avoidant, and but she could never understand what was going on in her kids' minds, and she had difficulty sometimes reaching them. And I was like, huh? And it turned out she wasn't avoidant. She was borderline. So yeah, me telling you to try to look past what people are saying to get to their motivations, if you're avoidant, that's like automatic. But even though it was clear that he wasn't angry with me, it still didn't dawn on me in the slightest that that's what was going on in the moment. It wasn't until I thought about it way too much, because overthinking is like what I do, and went through it in my mind, and I'm like, I mean, hours, maybe a whole day passed before I sort of maybe got a clue. So this is a problem, is that I can't, even if I'm sort of in a receptive type mode, hate that, but it's the truth. I'm really slow on getting a clue about what people are doing and why they're doing it, what their motivations are. I always assume the worst, and it takes forever to get through to me that, I mean, you basically have to come right out and say, hey, I mean, the first person I ever dated, I had no clue, and literally I was told by another person who was actually trying to hit on me at the time, and I didn't realize it. College. Anyway, masses of people all just trying to hook up with each other. And he went through the list of this person and this person and this person is interested in me because I insisted that nobody was interested in me. And one of them was this person that I was kind of interested in, and eventually we sort of got together. But I mean, I had to be told outright, point blank, this person is interested in you. So, after decades, now I can kind of pick up on it on my own. It takes a really long time for me to figure it out, and I'm really bad at it still, and I second guess myself, even though I basically had 100% confirmation. Yeah, that was not him scolding me. That was him looking for a reason to talk to me. That one. Let me see what else. There was another woman who came up and told me that she thinks I've lost weight. Not really. Well, not really. That's just the number anyway. Which, I mean, you people are not interested. I'll tell you anyway. Because I think actually it's a little bit visible in the videos, is I stopped eating processed foods, which I highly recommend. It's really hard to do because you go to a grocery store and about literally 90% of what's there is processed foods, but it made a big difference. Anyway, and then another person is an older gentleman who, in a sort of patronizing kind of way, came over and said, "Hey, you're doing a good job." And I'm like, I mean, again, it was nice, and it was a way to just say something, and and I bet that in his own way, he really meant it as that he was just trying to give me some encouragement. And I'm like, I've been doing this for a while, and I like a challenge. You give me a challenge, basically I will meet it, which is a lot of why I do these videos. Originally, that's how it started, was that somebody said, "Hey, you should just do it." And anyway, I meet my challenges, so I didn't really need somebody to come over and tell me that. But I mean, it was again, those two, they were very nice, just sort of trying to encourage. The last one is a little more complicated. I mean, as far as contact, it was, just polite talk. But weird. And I'm not really sure why. And I think I overthink a lot. This one I'm like, This one could be coincidences, so I'm on the fence if it's a actual sort of maybe more than just like hello, excuse me type interaction, but there might be an attempt at more. Plus, I'm pretty sure this guy has seen me shooting down other people at the gym. I actually was last year. Somebody actually came to me and said, "I want to take you to dinner." I mean, very explicitly and repeatedly, like 5 times, and I was not interested at all for quite a few reasons. Plus, it wasn't just, like I said, right now I'm sort of in a receptive mode, and it won't last long, hopefully, because there's some people that I'm sure that are going to be like, "Well, you should take all takers. Somebody's interested in you, you should jump on that, and it, what I want doesn't matter. That I should not look a gift horse in the mouth, basically. But the heck? Oh, a box. Cat found a box. Wow. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, yes, I am in a more receptive mode. but I'm still hoping that it doesn't go anywhere, because I know what happens and where it's going to go and how completely fruitless it is, because I drive people away and I drive people crazy and I disappoint people, and that's just what I do. And that's doesn't matter the level of the relationship. That's just what I do. You know, I could have a great friend, but I will drive them away. I will make being around me intolerable. And it just gets worse the deeper the relationship is. So I don't think that anybody needs to go through that. And I know it's got to end a negative way. You know, I mean, other people, nons, they can be in relationships and it can be a good, decent relationship that lasts, if not forever, a really long time. That does not happen. And it gets intense quickly. And it just does. It just does all the time. And then, you know, they reach the wall. They realize what I'm actually like, and they realize it's a big, giant mistake, and get really angry with me for not being the person they hoped I was, and kind of hate themselves for ever getting involved with me in the first place. So why would I put somebody through that? So I'm really hoping this goes nowhere, but again, just so you know, I mean, again, this only happens for me about every 5 years, so not very often at all, that I get this way, and where I keep saying I'm more receptive. I'm putting out some kind of vibe if all these people are talking to me that have never talked to me, ever. So that happens, and the thing is, okay, for me, you know, I'm pretty damn jaded. I just am. But for you, if you're not jaded, if you're not totally convinced that it won't end well for you, that's great. I mean, I know avoidant people who have been around the block, you know, and they're like as old as me or older, and are still very, very actively looking to bring people into their lives. They haven't gotten to the point where they're just so beat down it doesn't matter. That's fantastic, and that's awesome, and they keep repeating terrible things happening to them again and again and again, because, I don't know, avoidant people, they just don't learn. They can't find the good people. They just do the same type of thing over and over and over again, and this is why I'm out. But these other people, you know, again, it's the same type of people over and over and over again. You know, that's their type, and that's what they stick with, but they haven't completely decided not to, you know, bring people into their lives, even if it's mass chaos, and you know, they find the person who's as pathologically horrible to them as possibly can be, and those are the ones they adore. That happens over and over and over again to these people. Oh yeah, this was a short video, huh? Anyway, because you just get caught in these cycles, and it's, I don't know how an avoidant person breaks out of that and actually finds good people to be with. I just don't. You just keep repeating forever the same type of thing. You find the person they feel comfortable with to you because they treat you the same way that you've always been treated, which is not good. Anyway, but this is not optimistic at all. The point of the optimism is for you who are not in a receptive mode. I just want you to know that when it happens and you do become you have a receptive mode, the people will come to you. And so if you can be patient a little bit and wait until sort of the stars align, then it will happen for you. So hang in there.